I've been researching Australia and there have been constant bushfires burning all over the country. I have learned that it is still burning, and billions of animals have died. There are about 323.2 Americans in the world, in the United States, and there are over 1 billion animals dead. So there are more animals dead than there are humans in America. Kangaroo, koala, possum/glider, and many different reptile species and bats have died so far. They have been saying you can't even walk 10 meters without finding a dead carcass. This can lead to animals going extinct and jeopardizing the ecosystem. This is one of several reasons why we should donate to help the animals affected by Australian bushfires. It brings tears to my eyes to see all these animals dying, and we should band together to help every last one, so all of them are in homes. I think it's heartbreaking that all these animals are dying and perishing. Also, Australia's government calls climate change not a thing, and most of the fire is because of climate change. It rained in Australia, and it just made it worse because ash is getting into the water. Why? And ash could come out. Keeps being carcass.
That's okay.
These two if they're easier to trace.
Okay. And ash could come out your faucet. This project has made me a better reader and researcher because I've read multiple articles and I have found good research resources in my process. I've used New York Times and CNN.com to help me find out more on my information on this topic. The process has also strengthened my math skills by being accountable for fundraise and figure out exchange rate and currency of different countries. It has taught me not only value my own country, but that we should band together to help the world. Australia Wildlife Warriors not only helps endangered animals in Australia, but also helps global with animals from around the world. It takes one voice to speak up to make the change we want to see in the world. At Fredo Wilson, we are taught to be the change we want to see in the world. This is my first step in being the change. It is my wish to continue Steve Irwin's legacy of trying to bring peace to all the animals. Australia Zoo Wildlife Warriors Worldwide Ltd. have been involved in missions to save global wildlife for the last 18 years, from 2002, by helping protected and endangered animals, and it is an internationally recognized charity called Australian Zoo Wildlife Warriors Worldwide. In Australia and in the U.S. as Wildlife Warriors U.S., they have had 75,000 animals admitted to their wildlife hospital this day. The Australian Zoo unit travels hundreds of kilometers per day to rescue wildlife in need. Any questions? Wait. I forgot to switch. Global.
That's a good one.
Any questions?
How do you propose to raise funds to help these Australian animals affected by the Australian wildfires?
I want to do a cookie sheet, a spirit night, and a dollar day someday for a pajama day or a crazy hat day or something. That'd be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I do. So let's say that we were able to get our school to raise a bunch of funds to help out with this. Like, what would the money be used for that could be helpful to Australia?
It would all be sent towards the animals. There's different projects that they're doing. They're helping animals, but they're not only helping them in Australia. As I said, they're helping in parts of Asia, Africa with the cheetahs, and they've done many more so far.
Travis, do you know what percentage of the money will go towards helping the animals, and
Yes,
what percent?
100%.
100%.
Yes. Where is it? I have the Wildlife Warriors Worldwide U.S. If you guys want to pass this around, and everywhere they are, their worldwide headquarters and everything. And I also want to know, as a school, Dr. Campbell, I want to know if we can become a official funder for Australia, the Warriors as a school. Because here's all the guidelines for it. I just need you to fill out partial of the paper. I can fill out part of it, and we get these boxes. We get a book every month to tell what's going on there and helping. All the forms are in here. This community fundraiser, donation box program, everything.
Explain the donation box.
The donation
fundraising.
box, the program. I have a question. What do we do with the dollars with the Spencer money?
That goes into our PTA account, and what PTA is basically a group of parents that help support our school. And so that money goes into an account, and then with teacher input, that money is spent. So, for example, last year it was primarily spent on funding technology in the classrooms.
Okay, I wanted to ask if the donation box we could have that out by the Smensels, or we could also do like 25% of it, like the money that we get goes towards it, or 50%, or whatever percentage you want.
Of the proceeds from the Smensels or
Yes.
from the donation box?
Both. If we can't do the donation box, we can do the Smensels. I was thinking.
Okay, I can talk to PTA if that sounds like
Okay.
a route that you want to take. and get-
Also, Miss Moore said something about being able to help me with the money for the donations if you accept. She said she would help.
Yes, she would be a great secretary
Um,
and treasurer for that.
Those are all the guidelines there. I have all the papers we can sign, and they can say yes for all this, and as long as you say yes first.
I would, of course, say yes to this. As long as you help with the organization of it and
So-
help us promote it.
Yeah. So thinking through that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so how would you get all the students in the school to understand what this is and how they can donate to it? How would you promote this fundraiser?
Promoted by I did do a writing, but I'm probably gonna fix it a little bit because it's not quite finished. But it's about I wrote a whole paragraph about what's going on in Australia. I can like make a text every time, because if we donate monthly, we get a book about, like, because we become donors, we get a book about every month, and we get like a page sent every month, like a news article, and it has everything that's going on. We can send that around in papers every month to every child in the school to kind of continue it, to help fundraise, see what's going on, stuff like that. Any
What
other
would you
questions?
need? What would you need help with in order to pull this off?
Pull this.
Facebook. Remember
Oh, yeah,
we were
Facebook.
spitballing about Facebook?
Oh yeah, we were talking about Facebook. Yeah, Facebook would be really good. Instagram. Do we have Instagram page?
We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we have a Blooms, which is a texting system with families. So we
That
could
would all
promote
be
it
very
socially.
good. We could promote that with it. It'd be very good.
Would you be able to create a video that we could share on all of those social media accounts that explains your purpose and how we're gonna collect money?
I can do that.
Absolutely.
I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, and maybe share, it could be shared with the classrooms or something in morning meetings or something, just so that each
Wait, every
student
class does
could-
morning meeting?
well,
They do some sort of morning meeting,
meeting that,
but we have a staff member who is very talented in videoing, like professionally. And I'm sure that if you propose this to her, she would be willing to help you maybe record like a platform video to where you could kind of talk about the idea of this, and we could send it out electronically to teachers, and I feel certain that they would include it as a part of their morning meetings.